than getting your innards moved about in jostles. That's asking, what do you think about the U.S. women's national team receiving a $6.5 million payday? Good for them. I don't have much to think about it. You're what I'm here. You telling me is what I'm hearing about. I have not looked into it, but $6.5 million seems good. I mean, like a payday. $6.5 million for some work. That sounds good. If that's the context of the situation. Let's take a look. U.S. women's national team, $6.5 million. Here we go. Essentially Sports recording. U.S. women's soccer set to receive a minimum of $6.5 million after U.S. men's national team FIFA World Cup win over Iran. So some people would ask, why is the women's national team getting money from the men winning? Well, it's because the men's World Cup, I think, just makes gadzooks more. And USA believes in investing in both academies. I mean, it comes down to simple as that, right? And there's other academies, there's other nations out there that they don't levy the same amount investment as they do from one academy, say the men's academy, and then into the women's national academy. So, and they don't put that money there. It's pretty awesome though that America does. They're like, you know, we got to take care of our own here. Let's USA. Let's up the program with some of our bonus money. Yeah, we can help raise. What is it? The high tide sings. A high tide raises all ships. So too would be in America. But now here's the rub, right? All that, yes. But what about the smaller clubs? What about the US Open Cup clubs? What about those clubs? Don't they deserve a parachute? Don't they deserve some sort of money or handout to help raise them and ensure their fungibility, right? Their tangibility, their survivability in the American sports landscape. It'd be nice if that money was trickled down into the NWSL, for that matter. We've heard about some of the conditions. We hear about some of the things that the Chicago Red Stars had to go through beyond the Rory Dames coaching fiasco, but just like talking about with some of the services that were available and some of the various facilities that were available. Well, maybe some of that money could trickle down to the NWSL and increase these the conditions and improve the conditions for the soccer players in the women's soccer league. I think that hopefully they could spread this money around. If it's a lot of money and they got a lot of money to spread it, we'll spread it to the right places. You know, it's like seed money, right? And so to help the program grow, it can't just be about paying for past performance, which is what a lot of teams get trapped into, right? Paying for past performance. But if they could get into paying for not just past performance, but continued and future performance, right? Therein lies, I think, the gooey center that's probably really good for everybody. Where the women's national team, they all get a nice little bonus. I don't know where this money is going to go to. I don't think it's going to go to like players. Like, it'd be weird. It'd be weird if it's like, oh, you're the starting 18 on the women's national team, so you guys happen to get this bonus allocation money just because you happen to be the 18 that we picked recently, and nobody else in the women's. That'd be weird, right? So who's getting this money? That would be one of my questions, and it doesn't really answer that. Is what I'm seeing here.
After years of unprecedented success on the global
I'm not sure I can play it, but I do have some interesting things to play here, boys and girls. Get this, Tony Meola follows me on Twitter. It's awesome. I follow him on Twitter. Fantastic. He was one of the best play-by-play guys for the Chicago Fire. It will color commentary, really. He was, because Tyler Terrence did the play-by-play, and the color commentary that Tony Meola provided was second to none. It was world class, and we got that all the time. We also had Arlo White. You know, we all know the stuff that happened with him there, but there we go. Just had to switch it up. So, but long story short, Tony Meola goes on Pat McAfee show, and we're gonna get into that here on Spit and Fire. Thought it was a great little segment. Axe saying it's interesting because I'm not sure if the money is going to the program or the players. Like, I'm reading this article here, Axe, and I am not, it's not clear where the money's going to. This win, however, wasn't just a decision. It was a statement of equality that will now get U.S. women's national team a minimum of 6.5 USD. As per the agreement, the prize money U.S. men's national team will get in the FIFA World Cup, the federation will pay the same to the U.S. women's national team. So wait a second. Are they getting paid for the men's work? Like, are the women, like the 25 starters and the coaches, all getting paid for the men's work? For the men's teams? Well, see, that doesn't make sense. It would make more sense for that money to be going to some sort of budget for academies, for facilities, for improvements. Travel funds, right? Stipends for these players so that they can definitely not only take care of themselves, but maybe to make sure they are properly taken care of and secure. Times are changing, and USA's got to get with the times with that, right? Egg is saying that is fair that we help the women's team. I think it's fair. So I agree. I think it's fair that they help out the women's team. Throw them some money, but I don't think it's fair if it's just like the 18, 20 players that are just going to be there getting that money. It doesn't make sense. Like, oh, you just happen to be the best 18 women. Oh, so here's an extra bonus for you because the men did well at the World Cup. That doesn't make sense, right? It kind of doesn't make sense. Maybe they get a tiny bonus, and maybe that's what that is. But it feels. You gotta imagine you could be spreading that funds a little bit more. Connor saying the way that he's reading it was that they share the money between the teams. They split that money between the men's and women's team for the men, and when the women advance to the World Cup, they split that with the men. So if it just all goes into a prize, to a pool at the end of the year, and it's by a lot of minutes and all that, so I have no idea how they figure that out, or how that's awarded, because that is not clear in this article. Nor does it sound like they want it clear. Interesting. Making some adjustments. Boom. Chat. Are you guys ready for this Pat McAfee? Talking with Tony Miola, because this women's thing, we don't know the whole story, but I think we've said, I think we're right on the money, right? They're getting it.